Welcome to Fluent Flow English. I'm so glad you're here today because we're going to talk about something that will completely change your English learning journey. Have you ever wondered why some people become fluent in English while others study for years and still struggle to have a simple conversation? Is it talent? Is it some special gift? The answer might surprise you. It's not about talent. It's not about being naturally good at languages. It's about habits, daily habits. Today, I'm going to share with you the exact daily habits that fluent English speakers use. These aren't complicated. They don't require expensive courses or special equipment, but they work, and by the end of this video, you'll have a complete roadmap to fluency that you can start implementing today. So if you're serious about becoming fluent in English, stay with me until the end. Let's dive in. Before we get into the specific habits, I need to tell you something important, something that most English teachers won't tell you. Fluency is not a destination. It's not something you achieve and then you're done. Fluency is a practice. It's something you do every single day. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't brush your teeth once and then your teeth are clean forever, right? You do it every day. English is the same. You need to use it every day to maintain and improve it. The good news? Once you build the right habits, it becomes automatic. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to force yourself. It just becomes part of who you are. That's what we're building today. Not a study plan, not a course, a lifestyle. An English lifestyle. So let's talk about the 7 daily habits that will transform your English from struggling to fluent. Habit number 1, start your day in English. This is the foundation of everything. How you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. Here's what I want you to do. From the moment you wake up, make English your first language of the day. Before you check your phone, before you talk to anyone, before you even get out of bed, I want you to think in English. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I can't think in English yet. Yes, you can. Even if it's simple thoughts. I'm awake. I feel tired. What time is it? I need to get up. Today is Tuesday. I have work today. Just simple, basic thoughts. You're not writing an essay. You're just narrating your morning in your head. Then, when you do check your phone, do it in English. We talked about this in previous videos, but it's so important. Your phone should be in English. Your alarm should have an English label. Everything. Next, and this is powerful, say your morning affirmations in English. Stand in front of the mirror and say, I am improving my English every day. I am becoming more confident. I can speak English. Today, I will practice. I know it sounds cheesy. I know you might feel silly, but there's actual science behind this. When you speak positive affirmations, especially in your target language, you're programming your brain for success. You're building confidence at a subconscious level. And finally, during breakfast, listen to something in English. A podcast, the news, a YouTube video, music with English lyrics, whatever you enjoy. But make English the soundtrack of your morning. Why is this so important? Because you're immersing yourself in English before your native language takes over your brain for the day. You're setting an English mindset from the very beginning. Try this for just 1 week. Wake up in English, think in English, listen in English. I guarantee you'll notice a difference. Habit number 2, the 10-minute reading ritual. Reading is one of the most powerful tools for building fluency, but most people do it wrong. They try to read difficult books and get frustrated, or they read for hours and burn out. Here's the right way. Read for just 10 minutes every single day. No more, no less. Make it a non-negotiable part of your routine. But here's the key. Read something you actually enjoy, not a textbook, not a boring article, something that makes you want to keep reading. Do you like romance novels? Read romance novels in English. Do you like crime thrillers? Read those. Do you like comic books or manga? There are tons of English versions. Do you follow celebrities or sports? Read their news in English. The content doesn't matter. What matters is that you're reading English and enjoying it. Now, here's the technique that will supercharge your reading. Don't stop to look up every word. This is crucial. If you stop every time you see a new word, you'll lose the flow and you'll get frustrated. Instead, try to understand from context. Your brain is incredibly good at figuring out meaning from the surrounding words. Let it work. Only look up a word if you see it 3 times and still don't understand it. That means it's probably an important word worth learning. And here's another pro tip. Read out loud sometimes. Not all the time, but maybe 2 or 3 times a week. Read your 10 minutes out loud. This connects reading with speaking. You're training your mouth to say the words you're seeing. This is incredibly powerful for pronunciation and fluency. Also, vary your reading material. Monday might be news articles. Tuesday might be a fiction book. Wednesday might be social media posts from English speakers. Thursday might be movie reviews. Keep it interesting. But remember, 10 minutes every single day. No excuses. It's better to read 10 minutes daily than to read for 2 hours once a week. Build the habit first. Once it's automatic, you can read more if you want. But start with 10 minutes. Habit number 3. Speak English every single day, even if you're alone. This is the habit that scares people the most, but it's also the most important. You cannot become fluent without speaking. Period. You can read all day, you can listen all day, but if you don't speak, you won't become a fluent speaker. It's that simple. But here's the problem. Most people say, I don't have anyone to practice with, and that stops them. Here's the truth. You don't need a conversation partner to practice speaking. You can practice alone, and it's incredibly effective. Let me give you 5 ways to speak English every day, even if you're completely alone. Number 1, narrate your actions. We mentioned this before, but it's so important. As you go through your day, describe what you're doing in English, out loud. I'm making coffee. I'm pouring water into the kettle. Now I'm waiting for it to boil. I'm getting a cup from the cabinet. I'm adding sugar. Do this while you're cooking, cleaning, getting ready, exercising, anywhere, anytime. Number 2, have imaginary conversations. Think about conversations you might have. Maybe you have a job interview coming up. Practice it out loud. Maybe you want to order food at a restaurant. Practice that. Maybe you want to complain about bad service. Practice it. Talk to yourself like you're talking to another person. Answer your own questions. Have full dialogues. Hi, how are you? I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. What about you? Oh, I'm pretty good too. So, what did you do this weekend? Yes, it feels weird at first, but actors do this all the time. It's called rehearsing, and it works. Number 3, summarize your day. Every evening, spend 5 minutes summarizing your day out loud in English. Tell the story of your day like you're telling a friend. Today was interesting. I woke up late because my alarm didn't go off. I had to rush to get ready. Work was busy. We had a big meeting about the new project. After work, I went to the gym and then came home. Now I'm relaxing. This builds your storytelling ability, which is crucial for natural conversation. Number 4, read news and give your opinion. Find an interesting news article, read it, and then talk about it out loud. Give your opinion. Agree or disagree. Explain why. I just read an article about electric cars. I think electric cars are a good idea because they're better for the environment. However, they're still very expensive, so not everyone can afford them. I hope the prices come down in the future. This builds critical thinking in English and opinion expression skills. Number 5, use voice messages. Instead of typing messages to your friends, send voice messages in English. Even if they respond in your native language, you respond in English. Or record voice notes to yourself. Keep an audio diary. The point is, your mouth needs to move. Your tongue needs to practice making English sounds. Your brain needs to practice converting thoughts into spoken English without translation. Speak every single day, even if it's just to yourself. This is non-negotiable if you want fluency. Habit number 4, active listening practice. Notice I said active listening, not just listening. Most people listen to English passively. They play something in the background while they do other things. That's fine for general exposure, but it won't make you fluent. Active listening means you're fully focused on what you're hearing. You're trying to understand. You're analyzing. Here's your daily active listening habit. Spend 15 minutes every day with focused listening practice. Here's how to do it. Step 1, choose your material. It could be a YouTube video, a podcast episode, a TV show scene, a song, a TED Talk, whatever interests you, but make sure it's at your level or just slightly above. Step 2, listen to it once without subtitles. Just listen. Try to understand as much as you can. Step 3, listen again with English subtitles. Not subtitles in your native language, English subtitles. Now you can see what you missed. Step 4, listen one more time without subtitles. You'll be amazed at how much more you understand now. Step 5, repeat interesting phrases out loud. If you hear a phrase you like, pause and repeat it. Try to match the speaker's tone, rhythm, and emotion. This process should take about 15 minutes total. You're not listening to hours of content. You're deeply engaging with a small amount of content. This is called intensive listening, and it's incredibly powerful. But here's the secret. Don't just do this with easy content. Challenge yourself. Listen to native speakers talking at natural speed. Listen to different accents. British English, American English, Australian English, Indian English, all of it. Your ears need to adapt to real English, not just slow, clear English textbook recordings. Also, vary your content. One day, listen to a comedy podcast. The next day, listen to a documentary. The next day, listen to a song and try to understand all the lyrics. The next day, listen to a phone conversation or an interview. Different contexts teach you different vocabulary and different ways of speaking. Remember, 15 minutes of active, focused listening is worth more than 2 hours of passive background listening. Habit number 5, learn one new thing every day. This might be the simplest habit, but it's incredibly powerful when you do it consistently. Every single day, learn one new thing in English. Just one. It could be one new word, one new phrase, one idiom, one grammar rule, one pronunciation tip, one cultural fact, just one thing. That's it. But here's the key. Don't just learn it. Use it. If you learn a new word, use it in 3 sentences that day. Say it out loud. Write it down. Use it in a conversation if you can. If you learn a new phrase, practice saying it until it feels natural. Record yourself saying it. If you learn an idiom, understand it deeply. When do people use it? In what situations? What's the tone? Let me give you an example. Let's say today you learn the phrase piece of cake. Don't just memorize piece of cake means easy, understand it deeper. That test was a piece of cake. I finished it in 10 minutes. Don't worry about the interview. It'll be a piece of cake. Cooking this recipe is a piece of cake. Anyone can do it. Now you understand how to use it. Now it's part of your active vocabulary, not just something you recognize. Here's a powerful strategy. Keep a daily learning journal. At the end of each day, write down the one thing you learned. Write the definition. Write example sentences. Write notes about how to use it. After 30 days, you'll have learned 30 new things. After a year, 365 new things. That's massive progress, and it came from just learning one thing per day. The beauty of this habit is that it's not overwhelming. One thing. Anyone can learn one thing. You can't use the excuse, I don't have time. Learning one thing takes maybe 5 minutes. but the compound effect over time is incredible. Habit number 6, end your day with reflection. We talked earlier about the 2-minute journal, but let's expand on this because it's so powerful. At the end of every day, before you go to sleep, spend 5 to 10 minutes reflecting on your day in English. You can do this in 3 ways. Way number 1, written journal. Write in a notebook or on your phone. Write about your day in English. What happened? How did you feel? What did you learn? What are you grateful for? What will you do tomorrow? Keep it simple. Use short sentences. Don't worry about perfect grammar. The goal is to think in English and express yourself. Way number 2, voice journal. Instead of writing, record yourself talking about your day. This is great if you're too tired to write or if you want to practice speaking more. Way number 3, mental reflection. If you're really tired, just lie in bed and think through your day in English. Narrate it in your head. Replay conversations you had. Think about what you could have said differently. Why is this so powerful? First, you're reviewing your day, which is good for memory and learning. Second, you're using English in a personal, emotional context, which makes it stick better. Third, you're building the habit of thinking in English. Also, this reflection time is perfect for reviewing what you learned that day. Remember that one new thing you learned? Review it before bed. This helps move it from short-term memory to long-term memory. And here's a bonus. Write or talk about your English learning progress. Be honest with yourself. Today, I practiced speaking for 10 minutes. I felt more confident than yesterday. I learned the word exhausted and used it in 3 sentences. Tomorrow, I want to focus more on pronunciation. This kind of self-reflection keeps you accountable. You're tracking your progress. You're staying motivated. You're being intentional about your learning. Don't skip this habit. I know you're tired at the end of the day. I know you just want to scroll through social media and sleep. But give yourself 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes to reflect in English. It will change everything. Habit number 7, surround yourself with English. This last habit is about creating an English environment, even if you don't live in an English-speaking country. Fluency doesn't come from study sessions. It comes from living with the language. You need to be surrounded by English as much as possible. Here's how to do it. First, change everything to English. We've talked about your phone, but let's go deeper. Change your computer to English. Change your email to English. Change your GPS to English. Change your social media to English. Change your Netflix to English. Everything. At first, you'll feel uncomfortable. You'll feel lost. That's good. That discomfort is your brain adapting. Second, follow English content creators on every platform. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, wherever you spend time online. Fill your feed with English. But here's the trick. Don't follow English learning accounts only. Follow accounts about your interests in English. If you like cooking, follow English-speaking chefs. If you like fitness, follow English-speaking trainers. If you like gaming, follow English-speaking gamers. This way, you're consuming English content because you enjoy it, not because you're forcing yourself to study. Third, join English-speaking communities. Find Discord servers, Reddit communities, Facebook groups where people speak English about topics you care about. You don't have to talk at first. Just read what others write. See how they express themselves. Learn the slang, the jokes, the way they communicate. When you feel ready, start commenting. Start participating. Make friends with English speakers. Fourth, consume English media for fun. Watch English movies and TV shows. Listen to English music. Read English books and magazines. But do it for entertainment, not just for learning. When you watch a movie, watch it because you want to know what happens, not because you're trying to learn vocabulary. The learning happens naturally when you're engaged and enjoying yourself. Fifth, think of yourself as an English speaker. This is mental, but it's powerful. Stop saying, I'm learning English. Start saying, I speak English. Even if you're not fluent yet, claim that identity. When you think of yourself as an English speaker, You act differently. You look for opportunities to use English. You're not afraid to make mistakes. Your identity shapes your behavior. If you identify as a learner, you'll always be learning. If you identify as a speaker, you'll speak. The goal of this habit is to make English so normal in your life that it doesn't feel like work. It's just part of what you do every day. When English is everywhere around you, fluency becomes inevitable. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. 7 habits? That's a lot. I don't have time for all of this. Here's the truth. You don't have to do all 7 perfectly every single day, but you should do something every day. Maybe today you focus on morning routine and reading. Tomorrow you focus on speaking and listening. The day after you focus on journaling and reflection. The key is consistency, not perfection. Start with the habits that feel easiest for you. Build those first. Once they become automatic, add more. And here's something important. These habits should fit into your life, not take over your life. You're not adding 7 hours of extra work to your day. You're adding English to things you already do. You already wake up in the morning, right? Wake up in English. You already eat breakfast, right? Listen to English while you eat. You already have downtime, right? Use it for reading or listening. You're not creating new time. You're using your existing time more effectively. Let's talk about mistakes, because I know a lot of you are afraid of making them. Here's something you need to understand. Mistakes are not failures. Mistakes are proof that you're trying. When you speak English and make a mistake, that's good. That means you're pushing yourself. You're using the language. You're practicing. Native English speakers make mistakes all the time. They use wrong grammar. They mispronounce words. They forget vocabulary. It's normal. The difference between someone who becomes fluent and someone who stays stuck is simple. The fluent person makes mistakes and keeps going. The stuck person makes mistakes and stops. Don't aim for perfect English. Aim for confident English. Aim for communicative English. Aim for English that works, even if it's not textbook perfect. When you build these daily habits, you're going to make mistakes every single day. You're going to say words wrong. You're going to use incorrect grammar. You're going to forget simple words. That's not a problem. That's the process. Every mistake is a learning opportunity. When you catch yourself making a mistake, don't feel bad. Feel proud that you're aware enough to notice. Then correct it and move on. The people who become fluent are not the smartest. They're not the most talented. They're the most persistent. They're the ones who show up every day, make mistakes, learn from them, and keep going. That's you. You're going to be one of those people. Let me share something personal with you. When I was learning English, I was terrified of speaking. I would practice alone all the time. But when I had to speak to a real person, I would freeze. One day, I decided enough was enough. I went to a coffee shop and forced myself to order in English. I practiced the sentence in my head 100 times. I'd like a medium coffee with milk, please. When I got to the counter, I opened my mouth and said, I want a coffee milk. Medium? It was terrible. The barista looked confused. I felt embarrassed. But you know what? I got my coffee. And the next day, I did it again. And it was a little better. And the day after that, even better. Now, years later, I can have full conversations in English without even thinking about it. But it started with those terrible first attempts. Your journey will be similar. Your first days of these habits will feel awkward. Speaking to yourself will feel weird. Writing in English will feel slow and difficult. Thinking in English will give you a headache. But if you keep going, if you build these habits and stick with them, one day you'll wake up and realize you're thinking in English automatically. You're dreaming in English. You're fluent. And when that day comes, you'll look back at today and be so proud that you started. So here's my challenge to you. Today, right now, after you finish watching this video, I want you to start. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for Monday. Don't wait until you feel ready. Start today. Choose 3 habits from the 7 I shared. Just 3. the ones that feel most doable for you, and commit to doing them every single day for the next 30 days. 30 days. That's all I'm asking. 1 month of consistent daily practice. I promise you, if you do this, your English will transform. You'll feel more confident, you'll understand more, you'll speak more naturally, and after 30 days, these won't feel like habits anymore. They'll just be what you do. They'll be part of your identity. Write in the comments below which 3 habits you're choosing. Say it publicly. Make that commitment. Say, I'm choosing habits 1, 3, and 5, and I'm starting today. When you write it down, when you tell other people, it becomes real. You're making a contract with yourself. And check back in 30 days, come back to this video and comment again telling us how it went. I want to hear your success story. Before we wrap up, I want to give you one more piece of advice that might be the most important thing I say in this entire video. Be patient with yourself. Fluency takes time. It doesn't happen in a week or a month. It might take 6 months, a year, maybe longer. That's okay. The people who fail at learning English are not the ones who learn slowly. They're the ones who give up. As long as you keep going, as long as you practice every day, you will get there. Maybe not as fast as you want, but you will get there. Don't compare yourself to other people. Don't compare yourself to YouTube polyglots who claim they became fluent in 3 months. Everyone's journey is different. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Are you better than you were yesterday? Even just a tiny bit? Then you're on the right path. Celebrate small wins. Did you have a conversation in English today? Celebrate that. Did you understand a movie scene without subtitles? Celebrate that. Did you think of a word in English before thinking of it in your native language? Celebrate that. These small moments are proof that you're improving. Acknowledge them, be proud of them. And on the days when you feel frustrated, when you feel like you're not making progress, when you feel like giving up, remember why you started. Why do you want to learn English? What will fluency give you? Better job opportunities? The ability to travel? To connect with people from around the world? To access information and entertainment? To feel confident and capable? Hold on to that reason. Write it down. Put it somewhere you'll see it every day. When the motivation fades, when the excitement of starting something new wears off, your reason will keep you going. All right, let's wrap this up. Today, we talked about 7 daily habits for English fluency. Habit 1, start your day in English. From the moment you wake up, make English your first language. Habit 2, read for 10 minutes every day. Something you enjoy, not something boring. Habit 3, speak English every single day, even if you're alone. Narrate your actions, have imaginary conversations, summarize your day. Habit 4, practice active listening for 15 minutes. Focus deeply on understanding native English content. Habit 5, learn one new thing every day. Just one, but learn it deeply and use it. Habit 6, reflect on your day in English. Write, record, or think about your day before bed. Habit 7, surround yourself with English. Make it part of your environment and your identity. These 7 habits, done consistently, will make you fluent. Not overnight, but steadily and surely. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel and helps other English learners find this content. Subscribe to Fluent Flow English if you haven't already. I post new videos every week with practical, no-nonsense English learning strategies. And turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Drop a comment below telling me which habits you're starting with. I read every comment and I love hearing from you. Share this video with a friend who's learning English. Learning is more fun when you do it together. Thank you so much for watching. I believe in you. You can do this. You're going to become fluent in English. Keep practicing. Keep showing up. Keep building these habits. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep flowing forward. Take care.